Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today I have kind of like a summer challenge for myself. I thought it'd be fun to share. I had been doing like monthly resets where I set little goals and things to work on throughout the month, but I wanted to switch it up. I saw Shauna do a low buy bingo, and that's what kind of inspired me to make my own bingo. It's not necessarily low buy specific, I would say, but looking at it, none of these things really cost money, so that's kind of cool. But I spent the weekend making a list on my phone of different like categories and things that I just want to do this summer. So it's kind of like a bingo, kind of like a summer bucket list thing. But I thought it would be really fun to share it with you. So I made my own board in Google Docs. I just did a 5x5 table and then typed everything in and printed it out. So I figured I could do maybe like a monthly update to tell you where I'm at and kind of what the next month's focuses are. Some of these goals are things that I can knock out like in a day or two. Some of these are going to take, multiple weeks to accomplish. So that is what we're doing. I'm really excited. So I'm running this from June 1st through September 5th. That is Labor Day in the US, and kind of like the end of summer. And, for where I live, the kids don't go back to school until the day after Labor Day, the 6th. So it just like totally reminds me of summer. But yeah, let me go through and read you the items on my sheet. So some of the categories are self-care. I have some health and fitness related items. I have some financial items in here. And then the rest are just kind of like random homey type things, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and go through them. So the first row I did was self-care type things. So the first one is take a fancy bath. That is like with the bath bomb and the Epsom salt and the whole works. I have not done that for a number of months and I would really like to do that. So I put that on there. Obviously that's something I could just do one night and it's done. Next, 4 pedicures at home. I really love to do pedicures at home. I soak my feet, do like a scrub. I really go for it. I feel like it's kind of one of those extras though that can get like overlooked or rescheduled. So I'm saying 4 at home. That's, 1 a month-ish. And I've already done one since June 1st. So that's really great. Coffee and face mask. I'm better at this in the winter than I am in the summer, but I love to have a cup of coffee, put on a face mask and just kind of relax. So that's something I like to do this summer. Go to brunch. I also love brunch. My boyfriend's not as into breakfast food as I am, so maybe I'll do that someday when he is traveling for work and I'll just take myself out to brunch, but that's something on there. And the last one is to bake a sweet treat. So we don't eat a ton of dessert, but it would be fun to make cookies or brownies or like Rice Krispie bars or something fun this summer as a little dessert. Okay, so the next column is like health and fitness type things. First one is to take my vitamins 30 days in a row. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge because I always end up forgetting a day in there, and it's really just kind of like a fun goal. It's not the end of the world if I miss a day, but I would restart. I do have a habit tracker in my phone for some other things that I like to track, so that's where I'm keeping track of that. I'd also like to do 50 walks outside. This is a bit of a challenge. I need to do like 3-ish a week, sometimes more probably. But that is something that I love to do. I love to walk outside, even just, 20 minutes here and there. It really helps me clear my mind. I feel like I can appreciate the outdoors more. Being that I live somewhere that's cold the majority of the year, being able to walk outside without slipping on ice is a blessing. So that is one I'm tracking. I've already done 2 walks outside since the beginning of June, but I definitely need to schedule those out and make them happen. Next is to complete my 12-week workout program. I love the Sweat app, and there's so many different trainers and different programs on there. I'm doing a low intensity strength training. I've found that I've never been successful with like HIIT cardio workouts. I can do them for about a month and I just grow to hate them. So I'm trying a low intensity strength because I do like feeling like I'm doing, like strength training, and I like seeing that I can do more reps or lift a heavier weight. That is motivating for me, but I don't love all the like jumping and sprinting and high knees, and like that doesn't do it for me. So yeah, it's a 12-week program. I've already completed week 1. So this is week 2 now. And, we'll just keep going as we go. With that, I would like to lose 10 pounds this summer. that is just something kind of for my overall health. I did put on about 10 pounds this winter, so I'd like to lose that back off. But I think, throughout the whole summer, that's very reasonable. So I'm going to weigh myself, a couple times a week, not be super like addicted to it by any means, but that is something that I have on here. And the last one is to eat 15 salads, which I know sounds silly, but I have so many saved salad recipes from Instagram Reels. I save them when I see ones that look really yummy, and I've been saving them all spring as other people have warmed up. And now that it's finally warm enough, I'm starting to want colder foods. So I'm really looking forward to trying some of those different recipes out and having salads as like main meals, even for dinner. Like you can make a really nice filling salad. So that is something that I put on here to challenge myself in the kitchen. Let's move into some cleaning items. So I do have a few cleaning tasks on here. Organize the pantry, organize the spice cabinet. Those are two things I could definitely knock out pretty quickly. I had organization and then it just kind of got away from me. So it's just time for me to redo it. It's also nice then to wipe down, the shelves and make sure everything that I have is, in order of expiration, like all of those little things I can do. The spice cabinet also is out of control. I feel like it just exploded overnight. So I just need to kind of get in there and again, rearrange. I also don't really feel like I have a good handle of what we have and what we don't have. I would not be surprised if I have like 3 things of cinnamon in there because I can't find the cinnamon. So I think about it when I buy a new one, and I don't need to be doing that. So those are 2 things that definitely need to happen. I also have on here to shampoo the bedroom carpets as well as the living room carpet. Those are the only places in our house that we have carpet, is in the 2 bedrooms and then in our living room. We bought a shampoo machine last year. We had been renting it from the local hardware store, like the Rug Master, Rug Doctor, whatever they're called. But they're just so heavy. So we ended up getting our own. It has saved the day so many times. Like, we have white carpet downstairs, which is not our first choice. It's original, but we're trying to keep it decent. So like, we spilt some salsa on it, so I was able to get that up. My cat is thrown up on it. I'm able to get that up. Like, it's really come in handy, but the whole area needs like just to get all of the kind of dirt from the winter out of it. And this is a good time of year because I can open the windows and have fans going to help, dry it back out. So those are 2 squares on here. Also clean the porch. We have a screened in porch attached to our home. And it kind of gets to be like the dumping grounds of random crap. So it's not too bad actually, but it does need to be like swept, and the windows need to be wiped down and just kind of reorganized for the summer season. So that's also something on here. Okay, I have a few items that are just kind of like random. They're not really cleaning, but I don't really know how to categorize these. So the first one is to pressure can 3 new things. I recently got into pressure canning and I absolutely love it. So I'm still learning, I'm still exploring, but I want to try 3 different things, like 3 new things. So the first one I'm going to try to do is fajita vegetables, like peppers and onions all together. I think that would be really great. And that's something we make fajitas quite a bit. So it'd be nice to have that like pre-prepared, and I can pull out, ground beef or chicken or whatever we want to do. And it would just be one less step. So that's something I want to try. And then I'll have to come up with 2 other ones, but definitely looking forward to trying something new there. Also update our go bags for the summer. We do have like emergency go bags for like 72-hour kit type things. That I do swap out twice a year. So being that it's summertime, I can remove some of the winter like hats and extra gloves and like warmer clothes, and I can put in some other things like sunscreen and bug spray and other things, and just check on the expiration of the food in there. But in the summertime, the biggest threat to our area where we would need to maybe grab these bags and get out of the house is fires. We do live in a national forest, so hopefully that would not happen because that would be really devastating. But the summers just get so dry and it doesn't take much for fires to start. So that is something that's on my mind and something I'm hoping to get done in June. Okay, another kind of random one is to watercolor 10 pages. I have this like instructional book of how to watercolor, and I started it last year. I really enjoy it. I just have not put the time into it at all. So I want to kind of challenge myself to do 10 pages. It's also a nice activity when I start to feel burnt out throughout the day. I can do that like in the evening, and it doesn't require screens because I work from home and I have 2 monitors and I'm on my phone and I'm just on screens a lot. So it is nice to have something that I can do that doesn't require like a screen. Also, I have 1 negative consumption month. So this whole year I've been tracking what I bring into our home and what comes out of our home. So for example, bringing things in is typically buying things, but also like gifts. And things that are going out are like, things we use up or things we're donating. I don't count food or like medicine, but like, a pack of pens counts, and like any clothes counts. So I've just been keeping track of that. And every month so far, I've had a positive month, which means that I'm bringing more into my home than I'm like exporting, I guess you could say. So I'd love to challenge myself to have 1 negative month. Another thing that I have on here is to do a donation run. We definitely have home things, like we have a coffee maker we never use, so we can donate that. It totally works. It just doesn't need to be here. And there's other things we definitely can go through our closets and through some of the kind of like, I don't know, we have garage shelves that have random crap on it. So we definitely need to go through stuff and decide if we're keeping it or donating it. So hopefully the donation month, as long as we're donating enough, can go hand in hand with the negative consumption month. And I'll just be, pretty mindful not to bring things in. But anyway, I hope this makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling at this point. I just have 4 more squares to share, and they're all personal finance related. So the first one is to read a personal finance book this summer. Should be pretty easy. Number 2, finish my emergency fund. If you don't follow my budgeting videos, which is totally fine, they're not for everybody, I am working on building up my emergency fund, and it should be fully funded this summer, which I'm really looking forward to. Find 2 giving opportunities. So we do have 1 giving opportunity coming up in June. A friend of ours has cancer and is having a benefit to help pay for the medical costs. So I definitely will be donating there and supporting, our friends. And I want to find another opportunity this summer that I can donate to. In my budget, I do put money aside every month to donate, and I want to just find a second opportunity this summer where I can give to a charity or, a cause that I care about. So that's going to be the challenge, is to find 2. I've already got the 1. It's finding the second. And the last thing on my bingo card is to stay within my gifts budget. So I have a lot of summer birthdays. My boyfriend, my dad, a couple of my close friends all have birthdays in the summer. So I've been saving up, and now I'm ready to start to buy gifts for them. And I do have a set gift budget for each of them. I set that at the beginning of the year, so I know, my dad gets this, my boyfriend gets this, my friends get this, whatever. But the hardest thing is staying within those budgets, because I can find things that I think are really cool or would be a really nice gift. And it's very easy for me to talk myself into spending more on gifts, which is a good quality, but it's something that I set the budget I'm trying to stick to accomplish other goals too. So that's one that I'm not going to be able to really say I've done it or not until the end of this challenge, because one of my friend's birthday isn't until the very beginning of September. So we're just going to have to see, but those are all of the items on my bingo card. I do have a free space, so there's 24 prompts, I guess you could call it. I'm really excited to update you in about a month. I'm going to color in a different color for each month so we can clearly see kind of, what was accomplished. So quickly though, the goals that I have for June, things that I definitely think I can complete, is the organizing of the pantry and spice cabinet. For sure should be pretty easy. Updating our go bags. And I also think maybe probably the bath or the coffee and face masks. I could definitely do one of those. So I think that's good, to have a few to try to kind of start on. A lot of these, though, I'm just going to have to start tracking my habits to reach, the 50 or 12 week or 30 day, whatever kind of set timeline I have there. But that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed and find this fun. I would love for you to tell me what some of your goals are this summer, or bucket list. It'd be really fun to check in about those together. So if you have a list of things that you want to do this summer, let me know in the comment section so I can check in with you to see how it's been going. I just think it's really fun. I love challenge things like this, and it's very satisfying to have something to cross off or color in. So I'm very much excited for this challenge. that is going to be it for me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm really pumped about it, obviously. So I'm going to leave it here. I will talk to you guys in my next one. Take care.